Today I'm doing something a little bit different, where you get to hear me talk a bit, because I am over here in this beautiful area and I'm going to be recording a few tests, because I've been struggling stabilizing my footage, because my footage kind of looks like jitter / jelly sometimes. So I'm going to do 4 tests today. We're going to record in 30 frames per second on auto shutter speed, all in standard stabilization, then in 30 frames per second over 60 shutter speed, and then once I've done that, I'll do 60 frames per second with auto shutter speed and 60 frames per second with 120 shutter speed. So this should be fun, and then we can compare the footage once I'm done. So many firsts today, so not sure how it's going to come out. We'll see. Just going to be driving up and down this beautiful section, which is one of my favorite roads in the area. And if you're wondering, I am using the DJI Mic 2. I've got 2 of them. One is at the back in my backpack, recording my exhaust, and the other one is in my helmet. Both are just wirelessly recording on their own, and I will sync them back in post, because managing the gain on the Bluetooth with a non-DJI camera doesn't seem to be working with these microphones. I am recording with the Ace Pro 2 from Insta360, and I'd like to fine-tune my footage so that it looks nice and smooth. So what I'm doing is, in post, I will be watching for road lines, road signs, highlights against the trees, cars moving, anything on the horizon that looks like it's jumping up and down like jelly or jello. It causes a really distracting jitter, so I do not like. Hopefully I can find a setting that works. So I'm gonna turn around soon. We'll head in here. And then I'll switch to 1/60 shutter speed. See if this works differently. So if my theory is correct, this is the setting that usually causes jitter and jello. So if I don't notice it, then I don't know what's going on. I mean, ideally I want like a 30 frames per second low speed, because I want motion blur and I want cinematic footage, but the jitter is so bad that I'd rather just want smooth footage. So we'll see how that goes. I actually used to own a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro camera. Beautiful camera, beautiful footage, but the field of view was just not big enough for these big freaking mirrors that my bike has. As you can see, I'm on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Beautiful bike, like big Mickey Mouse ears for mirrors. And so I switched up to the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, which is a wider field of view, which makes my mirrors actually fit into my footage. But now I'm dealing with jitter. Look, both cameras are amazing. I can't fault the quality on either of those two cameras. What I will say though is the DJI, to get rid of the selfie stick, to use the selfie stick feature, the app actually has to upload your footage to cloud and then process it, and then it gets rid of it, so it takes really long. With Insta360, it does it in real time on the app. You open your footage and there's just no selfie stick. Insta360 also has automatic filters to blur number plates, so it's definitely more targeted towards motorcycle riders. Okay, so we've got our section coming up. Let's see. Okay, so that is test number 2 complete. So I expect this to be very smooth footage. I have no idea what speed the shutter speed will put itself on, but guess we'll find out. And then when we come back, I will take you to one of the prettiest little roads that I've shot at before, which generated a lot of views. There's a really nice little road in there to a hiking area. Let's see. Also, if you've got any tips for me of how I can make my footage less jittery, more smooth, I'm all ears. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to learn from you. Come along on this journey with me, where I want to get the most beautiful, smoothest, buttery footage I can to share it with you all. And also, if the talking videos, I might do them from time to time. I won't get rid of just the pure raw audio ones. I'll mix it up. Also tell me if there's anything you'd like me to share or show, or kind of things you would like to see. I can see if I can do any of those. Turn in here again. I wonder what the heck's this guy doing. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. So I've been using I think they call it the 180 rule. Don't know what that exactly means, but where it comes from at least. What it means is if your frame rate is 30, then for smooth footage you should double the shutter speed. So for 30 frames per second that is 60, and for 60 frames per second, which we're doing now, should be 120 shutter speed. So that's what I've got on now. This is what I suspect is going to be the best balanced footage. I also forgot to mention I'm shooting on an ND filter, a 32 today as well, because it is lunchtime around about 12, so very bright, so I'm just making sure the lower shutter speed works well. Let's go. So that car in front of us would usually bounce up like jelly in the footage, but hopefully with the little bumps in the road and the 60 frames per second and the 120 shutter speed, it's pretty smooth. So this is the last test for today. Little experiments. Hopefully it yields good results. Like I said, please, if you've got any suggestions for me on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, how to get the best buttery smooth footage, leave a comment. I'd be much appreciated. Now, a while ago I uploaded a video where I rode into this little hiking section. It's just such a beautiful little section. I've gone hiking there once. Maybe I'll do a hiking video one day, I don't know. But it's just like going into the little jungle, which is part of the Bodhi National Park over here. I'll just dip in here quickly for your viewing pleasure. And hopefully there's not a car going to be approaching, because this is a very narrow road, as you can see. I'm going to open my helmet to smell this, my visor, sorry. So how amazing is this? And it's been raining for the last few days, so everything's so nice and vibrant as well. Still wet in this section. That smell is nice. Smell of nature. Smell of fresh air. Got a few modifications I still need to do to my motorcycle. If you are interested to know what they are, I'll be able to make a follow-up video in the future. But probably gonna get rid of these big ass mirrors. So this is the area. Let me park up here for a sec. Oh, there we go. There's the board. And there's so many hikes you can do over here. to the, you can see the ocean behind those trees maybe. Beautiful. But yeah, so as you can see, this is my beautiful Interceptor. I still have the stock tires on there. I do go onto the dirt sometimes, and that's so slippery. So I want to put on some knobbly tires. Still kind of looking at what I want, but it's probably going to be one of the big ones I'm doing soon, and then the mirrors. But yeah, let me stop yapping about upgrades for now and just focus on fixing this footage. If you'd like to see more or know more about the bike, let me know what kind of things you'd like to know, and I can make some videos for you guys. Okay, now I'm just gonna ride out, enjoy the scenery. This is how the world was meant to be explored. That's what I love about a motorcycle. Instead of being in a car and you're working against the environment, on a motorcycle it feels like you're part of the environment, because you can physically touch everything as you pass it. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. My channel's still young and new, so lots of plans still coming. Really appreciate every single one of you. See you on the next time, but now I'm just gonna ride back, and no talking, just enjoy the ride. See you next time.